Hello, everyone. This is Sylvester, a.k.a. Sly, a.k.a. the Glow Encyclopedia, a.k.a. the Glow Historian, Boler, and you're watching GoTarryn TV.
Hey everybody, welcome to GoTarryn TV today. I'm Tarryn the Traveling Trainer from Atlanta, Georgia. It's episode 439 today. And as you heard earlier, that's right, we have the Glow Historian, the man himself who's known as the Glow Encyclopedia, and he is all the way from Mattoon, Illinois, Sylvester Boler. Do we have Sylvester on the line?
You have Sly Guy on the line, yes, sir.
Sly Guy, I love it. Hey, Sylvester, I was really looking forward to talking to you today. I really appreciate your time coming on here onto the show, and thank you so much for taking the time out to be here.
Well, you know what? I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
No, my pleasure. You know, before we even get going, because of you, Sylvester, I was able to discover that on Facebook we have a whole nother inbox, and I had like tons of what they call filtered messages. I guess they come from people who aren't your friends yet. And so when I went back on my messages, I noticed there was a weird tab, and it said, "What the heck's this?" You know, and I know Facebook's always changing things around. And I saw your message, and it was from before you and I became friends. And so I apologized to you. You know, I had said, "I'm so sorry. I didn't, just now getting this." And but I'm glad you sent the message because again, I'm really happy to become friends with you and other Glow fans as well, and the Glow girls too, because this is just a great experience for myself. I'm truly, very much interested in interviewing you guys because you guys are a big part of the Glow, and we're going to talk about Gorgeous Ladies Wrestling for all the folks listening out there. But again, this is terrific. I'm glad to have you on. Why don't we start right from the beginning a little bit here before we get to talk about Glow? If you could tell the people a little bit about yourself, where you grew up, and what you're doing out there in Mattoon, Illinois right now.
Well, actually, I grew up in Chicago, Illinois. I'm 42 years old, and actually this March I'll be 43 years old.
Oh,
and
nice.
Believe me, this is Mattoon, Illinois, but it's not that glamorous. It's a little, country town. How I moved here, that's a different story, but here I am.
Very cool. Well, 42, you're going to be 43. I wouldn't have guessed that. Again, either you and Diana Prince and Adrian Duarte and all the others are using pictures from 15, 20 years ago, or you guys have found the fountain of youth, because I told Diana and Adrian the same thing I'm telling you. You guys look a lot younger than your age, so whatever you're doing is working, keeping you youthful looking.
Well, my secret, Diana had her secret, which made me laugh. I love it. My secret is just, live your life, try to get away from stress, all the negativity, and keep drinking all that young blood.
There you go. I love it. Yeah, that's good. That's excellent. Very, very good. Well, I'm really enjoying these interviews with, having you and all the other Glow fans on here because this is terrific to get some good insight. And you were really heavily praised by several of the Glow girls that I've interviewed, namely Rock. I mean, they had the highest things to say about you. And they had called you the actual Glow encyclopedia. I've heard that previously. And I think if there's anything to ask about Glow, and Adrian can attest to this because he told me on his audio podcast interview, is to go to you. You're the go-to guy, a Sly Guy. I mean, and so how did you start by becoming a Glow fan? How did that happen?
Well, I tell you what, and I think it was Gremlina who gave me that name, and I got a story with her, but I'll tell you that one soon. But I when I started watching wrestling, I wasn't into sports at all as a kid, and I grew up in a, family neighborhood, city neighborhood.
Sure.
And one Saturday afternoon, I was turning the TV with my little sister, and I'm into superheroes and, all that fantasy stuff.
Absolutely.
I happen to turn and I see one of the Von Erichs, I think it was maybe Kevin Von Erich, the barefooted one.
Yep, absolutely.
He did a flying drop kick to the missing link. If you remember that wrestler.
Oh, that's old school. You're going back mid-'80s right now.
That's old school.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that's when I discovered it. And I was just awed, I couldn't stop looking at it because they were like superheroes to me. I'm like, this is some freaking amazing stuff, and kept going and going and going. And, you had Iceman, King Parsons, all the Freebirds and everything. And then what got me interested into the women, and this was before Glow came on the air, we had, you had Precious and Sunshine. Remember those girls?
Certainly.
And, that was a big part of it. The fans got into it when those girls used to get into it and fight and everything, and I just got a big kick out of it, and, we just enjoyed it. So one evening after that, after, World Championship, wrestling went off, all of a sudden another wrestling show came on, and it just featured these women, And I'm like, growing up as a kid of the 80s, I was fascinated by, the neon colors and, everything 80s. And my very first match that I saw was Hollywood and Vine versus Tina and Ashley.
Oh, nice.
And, and at the time, I rooted for Hollywood and Vine because I thought they were the good girls, But no, I was just fascinated with it, and my sister and I, bless her heart, she's 35 years old and a mother of 2 now.
Oh,
we were
nice.
practicing the moves and laughing and everything, and we just got into it and the characters and everything, and we just looked forward to that every weekend. And we watched that show, we watched Glow with my great aunt, she loved it also at the time. And, we just really got into it. It was like really a staple of our Saturday night. Just loved it, everything about it.
That's so cool. And did you watch all the? Was there 4 or 5 seasons in total? Did you watch all of them from to the end?
Yeah, we watched. All 4 seasons. Aired in the Chicagoland area. Yeah, so I've watched all 4 seasons, as well as I have all 4 seasons on VHS. That was recorded.
Oh, how cool!
I might be missing maybe 1 or 2 episodes, but I pretty much have all of them.
Oh, that's so cool! Wow. Oh, that's a gem that you've got hidden there. That really is. Oh, nice. That's awesome. And so you were also a fan of mainstream wrestling, I guess, in addition to that, like the World Wrestling Federation, NWA, and such. Is that correct?
Because like I said, I think the NWA and everything came on like around the same time. That Saturday nights with wrestling and everything.
Okay.
And I was more of a fan of the more untraditional wrestler. Like right now, the WWE got the cookie cutter-ish type wrestlers. They all look the same.
Yep, exactly.
I was a fan of the different type of wrestler. As far as women wrestling goes, I was a fan of Matilda the Hun, the Awesome Kong. Those different ones that you don't see. ODB, Jacqueline. I love those type of wrestlers.
Yeah, well, like you just said, they've all got their unique personality and different character. I totally agree with you on that. And then, so we fast forward to about roughly the early 90s. You had went on to becoming a professional wrestler yourself and doing professional wrestling training. Is that right?
Well, now that you brought that up, so you and I are kind of from the same fraternity.
That's absolutely true. And where's that, Sylvester? Where did we go to?
We went to Windy City Professional Wrestling School, which is, now defunct.
Yep.
But my love for Glow just stayed with me, and, it was one wrestler, my all-time favorite wrestler from all 4 seasons, that made me want to go ahead and do it. And that's Jailbait. She's my favorite number 1 Glow girl,
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. And so it was on the dare that, a friend of mine during, the mid-'90s, we was talking about things we wanted to do. And I said, well, I always wanted to wrestle. So they was like, well, what the hell are you waiting on? Go ahead and do it. So, I called the school, and I came up there. I think I was invited, and I believe I spoke to Sam DeCero himself.
He was the owner and promoter of WCPW.
Yes, Supermax. He wrestled at Supermax back in '88.
Right.
Talked to him, and he that training, that school, it was old school to the T.
Yes. Yes.
And because he was trained by Macho Man Randy Savage. So
that's correct.
Yep. And so talked to Sam. He showed me the school. I met Christopher Daniels. He wasn't as big and popular as he is now, and actually he was the first guy that trained me in the ring.
Okay.
And I met Steve Boz.
Yeah, sure.
A couple of other ones. Haysex Calhoun, who at the time I considered the Mountain Fiji of WCPW. That man was humongous.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Something like 400 or 500 pounds about?
Oh, easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he wore the overalls and everything, but he was real popular.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the one thing I do remember about, the contract, when Sam gave us his contract, and I think we had to pay like $250 down, and I think maybe $150 a month for training.
That sounds about what it was for me too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The funny thing I remember about the contract I'm reading is when I signed it, he was like, "Congratulations, you're now a wrestler at Windy City, Academy." I'm like, "Okay, great." And then he told me also, "Now remember, if you get into a fight and someone finds out that you're a professional wrestler, you can be sued." And I thought to myself, "Wow, that's great. This is awesome. I'm that important,
Yeah.
Bear in mind, when I started wrestling, I never saw any money coming my way. So
You and me both. I'm right there with you.
yeah. So yeah. But I do remember one Christmas when we had a little Christmas party, at the wrestling school. The wrestlers brought their families, whatever.
Yeah.
My roommate at the time, his girlfriend, I brought them with me, and they gave me a present because I was, and I still am a big fan of Charlie's Angels. So
cool.
he bought me a Playboy magazine with Farrah Fawcett, on the cover.
Oh, that's really cool. Nice.
Right. Sam DeFaro found out about that magazine, and to this day, he still has that magazine because I brought it to the academy, at the party, and I couldn't find it, when I went to the washroom.
Oh.
And, Sam was joking like, "Where's my magazine?" Sam was like, "I didn't see no magazine." "What magazine?" I'm like, "Sam, I laid the magazine right next to you and everything." And he kept having that smirk on his face and everything. I come to find out that Christopher Daniels actually told me that Sam has the magazine, and he kept it for himself.
Oh, man, that's kind of low. I'm sorry to hear that. That's absurd.
Oh. I'm like, really? For what this man is charging us to wrestle, you think he could own Playboy Mansion?
Yeah, right, exactly. Oh, my goodness.
But yeah.
Do you still keep up with Sam, or have you talked to him in recent years or at all?
Oh, man, I have not talked to Sam in years. I think, I used to keep up with Steve Boz a lot. He was a great guy, Steve Boz.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just about it, And
Okay.
I remember Terry Allen, Tenacious Terry Allen.
He was there when I was there, too. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I do remember at one point that Sam thought about putting me and him as a tag team.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But, nothing happened after that. And then I remember another time that Sam called me maybe 2 or 3 years after I stopped wrestling. He was like, "Well, hey, I got an idea for you if you want to come on back out." Which, I never did because my work schedule was so busy and I couldn't do it. And I believe to this day I was supposed to be the wrestler. Do you remember Acid JF?
Yeah, I was there when he was there as well. Yeah.
Okay, I think maybe that was the idea he had for me, and because I'm like, that guy turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah, so we're talking probably, I'm thinking if my math is right, about 99, 2000, is that about right? So
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
Man, that's crazy. That's wild. I'm just, because I was there during that time. If you would have come back, you and I would have run into each other and crossed paths a lot earlier. That's wild, just to think about that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you and I would have had a kick-ass match.
We would have. We absolutely would have. I was there from 97 through 2000, and then that was it. But yeah, that's interesting. I think they folded sometime. I don't know. It's been at least 5 years, I think, right, since they've closed down.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. 2010, I think that's when they stopped.
When I moved to Atlanta, not to drag this all out, but when I tried out for WCW Power Plant and I wrestled around with the NWA Wildside guys, they said, "Who trained you?" And I said, "Sam DeCero, Windy City Wrestling." And everybody always had the highest regard for him and said, "Wow, that's like the best school in the country," And I still hear that. Like, if you look objectively from other people that are in the wrestling industry, they say that is one of the best ones. And what was so great about it is because, like you said, he was very old school, kept it traditional, really hard-nosed, and you really had to be tough to survive that school. So
you did. You had to be tough, and it was politics like everything else.
Yeah.
And I admit, when you look at Sam, he looked intimidating.
Yeah, certainly. He was a bully. He bullied me. I mean, yeah, I was scared of him. So
he bullied me too, but I think he was trying to push us to be the best.
Yeah.
So
now that's interesting.
And then he always had ideas for me. Then he came up with another idea, which I kind of helped him with the idea, and I'll explain it. At the time, he had this idea of, I forgot the girl's name, but she had a lot of tattoos on her, and he was grooming her to be the next women's champion. And she had her boyfriend with her who was a biker, and he wanted me to be like her valet, and everything. To walk around and, when she fights a girl in the ring, I trip the girl over the rope and everything.
Yeah.
And so he was like, well, how do you feel about that? And I was like, I was fine, if I could put my own little kick to it.
Sure.
And what I wanted to do was almost like the same thing as the Daisy and Gremlina thing from Glow. I wanted to be her slave, and I was going to wear the torn clothes and everything. And she was all down for it and everything, but no one knew that I got that idea from the Daisy and Gremlina thing.
Oh, that's really cool. That was a great act, Daisy and Gremlina.
Yeah.
Well, that's a perfect transition right into talking about Glow here. We've mentioned them, and they're going to be on the cruise coming up. So, first question for you: when did you Let me ask you this: did you go to the Afterglow fan party a couple years ago that Roxy put together?
No, I didn't go to it, but Roxy sent me a DVD with her autograph on it.
Yeah,
and I looked at it and I enjoyed it. I really did.
That was super cool. And so how long have you known Roxy for now, about roughly?
Oh, my God. I believe I've known Roxy for maybe since, well, I tease her. I told her, Roxy, you and I have been best friends since 1987. But as far as talking with her, I've known her, I'd say maybe since 2012.
That's so cool. And is that about the same time then? Did you also connect with Gremlina and Sunny, the California Girl, Daisy, and all them? Is that about the same time? And is that correct, or did they come later, or how did that happen?
The first one I had connected with and I talked to was Gremlina.
Okay.
And we talk almost every week. She is my best friend. She knows so much about me. We know each other like a book.
She said the same thing.
I love her to death.
She said the same thing on the last blog. She said exactly the same thing. Yeah.
I love her to death. And when I first saw her on Glow with her intro and everything, I looked and I told my dad, I'm like, oh my God, Dad, it's true. They let little 12-year-old girls wrestle too. And to this day, Gremlina laughs at that still.
That's so cute. I love that.
I'm like, she's 12 and I'm 14. Well, I can wrestle too,
I love it. Oh my God. And now, are you going to be going on the After Fan Glow party at the Sea Cruise coming up?
Well, yes, I'm going. If I don't go, I'm going to get my ass handed to me by Roxy and Gremlina. So, I'm going.
I totally believe it. And do you have your cabin mate yet? Do you know who's going to be rooming with you?
Yes, I have my cabin mate, James Beachelt. Yeah, he's a pretty good guy.
Okay. How do you know him?
Yeah. Actually, I met him through Roxy because he was looking for a roommate for the cabin.
Okay.
Yeah, and I met him through there. And we've been, talking, since September, just trying to, get everything together for the cruise and all that other stuff. Okay. And, we talk, once a week.
That's so cool. That's great. And so, I've said this to the other Glow fans, but also to some of the Glow girls too, is that the Glow, Glow has the largest following of fans that are the closest to them in terms of, you have all these Facebook groups and everybody it seems like a big, huge family. I've never seen anything like it, There's no other brand that can compare to it with as much as the fans, how much they love the Glow girls, and then vice versa, how the Glow girls give back to the fans. And, you guys are doing the cruise, which is just amazing, and I'm sure a lot more things to come too. So what's your favorite memories of Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling? Are there 2 or 3 that stick out from the years and that, just think about sentimentally that you really have cherished close to your heart?
What I remember the most is the Saturday evenings, because like I said, I come from a big family.
Yeah.
And, by my sister and I being the youngest,
Sure.
we, pretty much couldn't go outside late at night.
Yeah.
I remember us, always, getting pizza and food and stuff and get ready to watch, the Glow Girls and everything. And, but it was so funny because, we would, watch our favorite wrestler, lose a match or whatever, and we would get mad, and we was like, oh, boy, if I could, be her manager, I'll show her how to fight and all this other stuff, little kids and everything.
Oh, that's
cute. And, Yeah. And my fond memory is I enjoyed how the girls would interact with the children, you know,
Yeah.
in the audience and everything. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I have so many memories of the show. You know, it's just hard to choose just one.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just amazing though to be able to now go on this cruise and just be with all these different glow girls that were there, and you're going to be able to share your memories with them. They've got the fan panel. They got a lot of different excursions that we've been hyping up on the show. So you got a lot to come look forward to, but it's going to be great, really awesome. Yeah.
It's surreal to me because
surreal. That's a good word. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, yeah.
I keep saying, who would have known back in 1986 that I would be going on a cruise with these same girls that I grew up with?
Yeah.
Who was part of the reason that I became a wrestler.
Right.
You know, and whose wrestling moves I stole when I wrestled an opponent, back in Windy City, or, back when I wrestled in SLW, which was like maybe 6-7 years ago. Pattern moves after Roxy Astor. I told her about that, like her, snap headlock, and, created a character after Americana and Liberty. I did that, and it was like, who knew that I would be going on a cruise with these girls, this day,
Oh, it's amazing.
Weird.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I think it's the best idea ever, and it's just here we are, less than 3 months away, and it's going to be here before we know it. But that's just exciting.
Oh, it's nuts.
Yeah, I
yeah.
I can't wait for that to happen. But so yeah, that's awesome. And what are you looking forward to most on the cruise? Is there anything in particular that you can't wait for?
Oh my God, I'm just looking forward to getting on the cruise and feeling that sea breeze and getting some rest before all these festivities. It don't take much. I am looking forward to meeting the other fans as well because growing up, you would think, oh, maybe I'm the only one that's watching this show, as a kid and everything. And come to find out, you got all these fans that, remember the same thing you do and everything. I look forward to meeting Diana Prince and Adrian, Sean Campbell.
There you go.
A whole bunch of guys. I look forward to meeting them, and especially the Glow Girls, and I'm definitely looking forward to meeting Grimlina finally. We've been Facebook friends and talking on the phone, believe it or not, since 2010, and we have yet to meet each other.
Oh, get out of here. Oh, no kidding. I did not know that. Wow. I assumed that. Oh, wow. That's even more wild. You just blew me away with that. So that's just crazy and incredible because all these Glow Girls and like you and the fans and everyone else is coming from all different parts of the country and just getting together here on the same ship. So that is surreal. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's wild. Wow. That's pretty incredible.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sure when Grimlina and I meet, the first thing we're going to say to each other, she'll probably call me a bitch. I'll call her a jerk. That's our little code name. If she's listening to this, she knows what I'm talking about.
She's listening right now, and I'm sure she just probably hit the like button to the video, too. So.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. But, yes, I'm really looking forward to hearing each fan's story and everything, how, it's just, and how come you're not going on this cruise? Rocky's trying to get you to go on this cruise.
I am committed to going to a wedding of a now this is a long story, but the wedding that I'm going to be in the party. I'm going to be a groomsman of a friend of mine who I have never met in person, believe it or not, but I've known for about 25 years. We met even before the internet started. Do you remember Prodigy by chance? Does that sound familiar?
Yes, I do. Yes,
so when Prodigy first came out and you got CompuServe, I think this is early 90s, this guy and I, we were huge wrestling fans, including Glow and WWF and such. And we've never met, but we have been friends, since then. And then, of course, internet came, and then, MySpace, if you remember that, and then Friendster, and then now Facebook. And then he asks, "Hey, what are you doing Memorial Day week? I'm getting married that week. Can you be one of my groomsmen?" And I say, "Oh, of course." And so I am pre-committed to that. So I was thinking of ways to ask his groomsmen if we could throw him a bachelor party there and go to the cruise first. I thought that would be a really good idea. So I'm still waiting to hear back from the other groomsmen. So because obviously I haven't met him yet, but I haven't obviously met his other groomsmen. So I've sent a mass text out to all of his groomsmen asking, "Hey, let's throw him a bachelor party he's not going to forget. Let's go on the after fan party at the sea with the Glow Girls, on that week." So waiting to hear back, fingers crossed. So hopefully, you never know.
I tell you what, I believe you'll have plenty of chances of going on this cruise because my faith is in Roxy, and I believe this is going to be a yearly thing. She is really outdoing herself, and I give her all the praise and props because she's
No, that's so
amazing.
cool.
What she's
Yeah.
doing.
Oh, I think that's great. Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah. If they could do this every year, then yeah, count me in for sure. I mean, that's
Oh
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be a
she's going
blast.
to do it. She's going to do it. I believe her.
Oh yeah, yeah, certainly, and
Mm.
she's just done a wonderful thing, with the Fannymentary and everything else that she does. She's one of the hardest working glow girls for sure, putting this together. But that's tremendous, Sylvester. Again, I'm really happy and excited that we finally got to connect, and you and I will have to meet very soon too. And
Oh, definitely. You're in the
yeah,
Atlanta area, correct?
I am in Atlanta, Georgia. Do you ever get down here at all?
I haven't been down there in a long time, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, Adrian Duarte and Michael Carr live, from what I understand, right down the street from me. So I think I'm going to be meeting them pretty soon here, face to face.
Okay,
So
yeah.
yeah, but this is tremendous. Again, I'm so excited, about everything that's going on with Glow and the cruise. And so let's get to now plugging anything else here. If anybody's listening right now, other Glow fans or some of the Glow girls, how can they reach you directly? Is there a best way of method of contact to reach you?
Hey, they can reach me on Facebook. My name is there, Sylvester Boler. Also, if any of the Glow fans or anything are into like Wonder Woman superheroes or anything, I am a co-moderator of a Wonder Woman Collectors Club and a DC Animation Collectors Club. So just find us
Oh,
on Facebook
oh, very
and just,
cool.
yep. And
That
that's how you can get a hold of me.
that is pretty cool. I like that. Wow. That's awesome. Well, that's great. Well, anybody out there listening, send him a friend request, and that way, because again, I know Gremlina is a huge comic book nerd, so that's probably why you guys are, really well connected and synergistic there. That good kind of relationship that you have.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sure we're going to be, texting each other after The Walking Dead tonight. That's what we do.
There you
So,
go. Are you into Supernatural as much as she is?
oh, my God, are you kidding? That's my number one show.
That
I'm into Supernatural. See, he doesn't know it yet, but Jensen Ackles and I, we're in a, relationship. It's so secretive, he don't even know it.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I love it. That's where the bitch and the jerk comes in at, so she knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's great. I love it. Well, this is terrific, Sylvester. And yeah, like I said earlier, so the person who's getting married, I'll go ahead and say his name. He might be watching right now. Is Tony Annuzzi. And so, Sylvester, I'm going to ask you and all the Glow other fans out there to tell Tony Annuzzi to get the bachelors together or I should say groomsmen together for his bachelor party, and that he needs to go on the After Fan Party Cruise. That way we can all get there and party it up before he gets married.
Hey, Tony, you heard it, so come on, let's do it, man.
I'm going to give Tony's personal cell phone number to you, too. I'm going to put it out there because the reason I'm going to do that is Roxy Astor shocked the hell out of him the other day. She called him, and it was the last person he was expecting. He answered the phone. He's like, hello? And she's like, Tony, it's Roxy Astor. And he was just totally blown away. And I think she was trying to convince him to say, listen, Tarryn's going to put together your bachelor party, so he's going to get all the groomsmen on the cruise. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask each and every person on here to tell Tony that we need to get on that cruise, and that way we can get on there soon and party it up.
Most certainly, most certainly. You cannot refuse Roxy Astor. She is someone that you just can't say no to. Except Godiva. Godiva will say no in a minute to her. So, but,
That's
you
true.
can't refuse Roxy.
No, absolutely not. No, she is the best. But, well, thank you, Sylvester, again. It was really great to have you on, finally, getting to connect with you. We're going to definitely ask you to come back on here very soon again, and that way we get more into...
Oh, please do.
Yeah, this is
please
tremendous.
Please do. I got so much more to tell you. Please
absolutely,
do.
Yeah. I'm going to pick your brain because 30 minutes just flies by so fast all the time with every single one of y'all, and that's what I've mentioned to every, again, this is GoTarryn TV this week because we've got everyone like you coming on here and talking about Glow. So, again, the 30 minutes just flies by way too quickly, and it goes by in a flash. But
it definitely does.
It really does. Seriously, I can't believe here we are at the end of the blog. But it was terrific to talk to you. And Sylvester, keep in touch, please. And everyone else out there listening.
Will.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, keep up the great work. Keep what you're doing. And we'll talk to you here in a couple of weeks as we get closer to the cruise again.
Okay, thank you, Tarryn, for having me.
Thank you, Sylvester. My pleasure. All right, everybody, we hope you enjoyed today's podcast. And that was Sylvester Boler all the way from Mattoon, Illinois. All right, everybody, there you have it. Sylvester Boler right here on GoTarryn TV today. And Sylvester, it was wonderful to have you on here and talk to you for the very first time. And I'm looking forward to meeting you in person very soon. And who knows, maybe we could get Tony and Uzi and the groomsmen to agree to get on that cruise with yours truly, Tarryn the Traveling Trainer, to celebrate his bachelor party. We need to inundate Tony and Uzi. I'm going to give his cell phone number out so everybody can call him, including Roxy Astor and everyone else, and tell them that we need to get on that cruise ship. So there you have it, folks. But again, thank you again for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that video blog. Like I said, and as Sylvester mentioned, if you want to know anything at all there is to know about Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, any of the ladies that wrestled there, you need to contact Sylvester. You need to friend him on Facebook, message him, tell him that I sent you, because he will answer anything, and I mean anything you need. The guy is a wealth of knowledge. After we were done recording there, he was going on with other things that gave me great ideas of bringing him back on for a future video blog. So, Sylvester, if by chance you're listening out there, then let's have you back on the show very soon in the near future. But everyone else out there, thanks for watching. Really appreciate your time checking in on today's GoTarryn video blog, another one in the books. And if you ever want to catch any more of these video blogs or audio podcasts, please make sure to go to this website link right there that I'm pointing at, www.gotarryn.tv, and bookmark that website as a favorite to your browser today and tell 2 people about it. And if you haven't done so yet, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could please make sure to like GoTarryn on Facebook, subscribe to GoTarryn on YouTube, and follow GoTarryn on Twitter. That'll keep you connected to me, the Tarryn, the Traveling Trainer, master of the personal training universe, who tells each and every one of you that it's your time, it's your investment, it's your life. Thank you so much for watching again, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.